Alright, Shalom Akim. First off, I'm say call halal, Yahweh, Bashem, Yahushai, Bashem Rakakadash. Double honor to the apostle and elder great meals from we welcome the spirit. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect. Alright, this is brother Yarala from GMS Dallas. Back with another lesson through the spirit, power, might of Yahweh, Bashem, Yahushai. Okay, just want to kind of go into tonight. Our Lord, we're just going to title this lesson through the spirit. Esau, so-called white man, is operating with borrowed power, because right now, and the reason I'm going into is because, right now, the so-called white man, who is, we know is biblically known as Esau according to the Bible, he is running things right now, Scriptures say that the earth is given to the hands of the wicked, when you read Job 9:24. So Esau is running everything right now. He's got control of the whole earth, all of the natural resources. He's making moves on planet earth, because it's in his power to do so right now. Okay, we're talking about the elites of the Edomites, so-called white people, you so-called Jews, you Amalekites, those elite banking families, so they're running the world right now, but hey, they're not gonna rule the world forever, man. This is just a part of the story that Yahweh Bashem Yahushai set up. Yahweh being the name of the Heavenly Father, and Yahweh Shai being the name of His only begotten Son, who people even call Jesus, but it's Yahweh, why Yahweh Shai. Okay. The Most High set Esau up right now to rule, and that's the reason why I'm saying he's on borrowed power. Why? Because he didn't achieve these things that he's doing of his own will, but he's so filled with pride, he's starting to think so. They used to call it manifest destiny. Now they think that they can't be touched, because why? They haven't really ultimately been judged yet. So Esau is so blinded by his pride and demons on the left hand side, he's thinking he's not going to be touched. He's under the impression that he's going to be able to stop the coming of the Lord, the day of the Lord, because he's trying to get his birthright back. So he's trying to create a synthetic heaven on the planet Earth with all his blessings, but his blessing was only, it wasn't for the eternal blessing. It was just for a specific amount of time, and the scriptures prove that. So without continuously talking, I'm just going to go right into it. This is Genesis chapter 27, starting at verse 38. And Esau said unto his father, Hast thou but one blessing, my father? Bless me, even me also, O my father. And Esau lifted up his voice and wept. And Isaac his father answered and said unto him, Behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth, and of the dew of heaven from above. And by thy sword shalt thou live, and shalt serve thy brother. And let's read it again. It said, Behold, verse 39. And Isaac his father answered and said unto him, Behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth, and the dew of heaven from above. So right now, Esau has the fatness of the earth. He's given access to being controlled, to have his tongue walk throughout the earth, to where he's able to control different nations. He has an embassy in damn near every nation. He controls all the resources, a lot of the oil and things of that nature. Esau's doing what he wants right now. He's in control. He's hoarding all the resources out. He's sucking nations dry, getting them into horrible ass deals, man. Which is why everyone knows him as a devil, man. No one's trusting the so-called white man anymore, and all the nations are gearing up against the so-called white man. And the dew of heaven from above, and by thy sword thou shalt live, and thou shalt serve thy brother. And that's prophetic, man. This is a prophetic prophecy, and it's a blessing. And who lives by the sword right now? The modern day sword right now is the gun or the nuclear weapon, and who's all into that, and who creates all of that? You so-called white people. So spiritually, if you have spiritual eyes, man, you're Esau according to the Bible. You're of the nation of Edom, and we're gonna continuously tell you that. And then when the Lord comes back, we're gonna really show you that you are of the Edomites, and we're gonna treat you as such, and you're gonna get that Edomite judgment, and thou shalt serve thy brother. And he's going to serve us. He's going to serve us in 1,000 years of captivity, according to the scriptures, in the kingdom of heaven, and then they're going to be destroyed. But there's also been periods of time in history where they have served us. Because his brother, who's his brother, Jacob, whose name was later changed to Israel. Okay, which makes up you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. All right, that's who the real Israelites are. That's who Jacob is. And it shall come to pass, when thou shalt have dominion, thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck. Okay? And so he served, and when did he serve us? In the time of King David, You know, when he was born and putting everyone in subjection. You know, and thou shalt have dominion. Thou shalt break his yoke off of thy neck. So that happened a couple times when after King David died, because they went down into Egypt until King David passed, because he couldn't stand the sight of an Edomite. They was holding Edomites, you know, when you read it in the history. Okay, but then once King David died, you know, and after the kingdom was rent from Israel after Solomon, that's when they broke the yoke off his neck, broke off the yoke off their necks. But also again, when the Negroes ruled for 1,000 years in the Dark Ages, you know, and Esau came back in the Renaissance period, you know. But ultimately, he's gonna serve us, man, because they're really the servants, you know, because they don't get the blessing. That line doesn't come back to them, you know. But like I said, this is a prophecy of his blessing, but this he wasn't gonna get the kingdom. Okay, that blessing went to Jacob, you know, to Israel. That promise went through that line, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Okay, so right now Esau's so proud because he got the power, but he's on borrowed power right now. He's on borrowed time. You know, he's not going to be able to rule forever, and you can see that if you have spiritual eyes. The Most High is starting to take this place down, and the elect is waking up, man. You know, Psalm 75:4. I said unto the fools, deal not foolishly. And the scriptures say the fool has said in his heart that there is no God. You know, and that's Esau all day, spreading atheism and non-believing not in a higher power, to where now he's got control of Jake teaching that, and he's destroyed Jake's religion and got Jake teaching religion out of the scriptures versus actually following the scriptures in truth and sincerity, you know, which is BS Christianity and all these different religions. Now a lot of our people are atheists, don't believe now, you know. But Esau doesn't believe. That's why he puts this whole doctrine of trying to destroy and abolish the law, statutes, commandments. You can't pray in school. You know, they're trying to take the Most High out of America, man. You know, I said unto fools, deal not foolishly, and to the wicked, lift not the horn, which that represents power. You know, and Esau is the wicked according to the Bible. All right, lift not up your horn on high, speak not with a stiff neck. Okay, and that's what these Edomites do, man. They walk. You can tell they walk around with their chest poked out. You be on the highways and byways. If you have too much space in the camera, Edomite, because they're so proud, they'll walk between the camera and the sign. You know, Esau does all type of stuff. They come and interrupt the sermon, like we supposed to drop everything to cater to them. You know, the scripture said they speak lawfully concerning oppression, man. So they speak with a stiff neck, man. Very proud. Edomites are the proudest beings on the planet Earth, man. You know, but we're gonna knock that pride out of you real soon. Okay, for promotion cometh neither from the east, nor from the west, nor from the south. Okay, the promotion doesn't come here on the planet Earth. It doesn't come from there. That's not where it starts. Okay, but the Most High is a judge. He put down one and set up another. So the Most High, the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Bashim Shah, is the judge. Okay, he'll put down someone and set up another in rulership. You know, all these various kingdoms that came into power and reigned for a few hundred years or 1,000 years or whatever their reign was, whenever it's time for them to go down, the Most High ordained that. You know, whenever there was a kingdom that's about to go down, when you read in the scriptures, the Most High sent his men out to prophesy against it. Okay, and get word from him as far as concerning what's going to happen. You know, so he pulled down one and set up another, man. The so-called white man is walking around thinking that they did this. You know, that they acquired all this wealth and power and resources and influence on planet Earth from them. No, man, it's from Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Okay, for in the hand of the Lord there is a cup, and the wine is red, and that cup is talking about slavery. Okay, it is full of mixture, and he poureth out of the same, but the dregs thereof, all the wicked of the earth shall wring them out and drink them. Okay, and so what does that mean? That means that Esau is going to get the bitter part of slavery. Okay, because the Most High allowed him to put us in slavery. Okay, he didn't do that on his own. As gifted and talented as the Israelites are, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, especially in warfare, science, intelligence, and everything. You know, you'll say Jacob is the form of all things, man. But you wonder how a weak individual like the so-called white man with all the recessive genes can take us down. You know, it's because there was a higher power involved. The Most High will stop dealing with us. You know, he says, since you guys don't want to listen to me, I'm going to put you up under the basis individual, the basis discussing person on the planet, and make you listen to him. He's going to tell you what to do. He's going to take away your manhood, you know. He's going to dominate you. And as a man, that's horrible to have another man tell you what to do like that, you know. And the Most High looked to Esau to dominate us, man. And now we in the world that we see before us, you know. But the scripture says, but the dregs thereof, all the wicked of the earth shall wring them out and drink them. So hey, Esau is going to get paid back where he has double, you know. You read about that Revelation 18 chapter concerning the great mystery Babylon, which Esau controls, okay, which is America, okay. Esau's going to drink out all the disgusting bitter part of that slavery in the kingdom of heaven, man. You know, but right now he's winning in his society because the Lord is fair. He let every nation rule at a time. You know, everyone had a time to shine on the planet Earth, but Israel has the promise of what? Ruling forever, man, in the kingdom. Okay. Okay, but Esau, like I said, Esau is about to be taken down, man. All his power is slowly being stripped from him. You know. It's Daniel chapter 4, verse 17. This matter is by the decree of the watchers and the demand by the word of the holy ones, to the intent that the living may know that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men, and giveth it to whomsoever he will, and set up over it the basis of men. So, hey, all these kingdoms, and even this kingdom that Esau is ruling, the Most High is still in control, man. The Most High plays both sides, okay? The left-hand side and the right-hand side. You know, Isaiah 45:7, I form the light, I create darkness, I make peace and create evil. I, the Lord Yahweh, do all these things, you know? So the Most High is still ruling in this captivity as well, in this kingdom of Esau's, okay? The Most High is still in control of you so-called white people. But hey, you're so blinded by demons that you're so proud that you guys speak about things in the future, 2050, 2220, whatever, you know? You think that you'll never be taken down, but you are sadly mistaken, man. The Most High is about to judge you, Edomites, man. Okay, the Most High is about to judge this whore called America with great future judgment, man. You know, and it's going to be epic. Okay, but it says, and giveth it to whomsoever he will. He puts in power whoever he Most High wants at that time in the spirit and how he has it set up and set up over it the basis of men. And who is that? It's talking about Esau. You so-called white people. You're the basis of men. Okay, you're the most disgusting beings on the planet Earth. Okay. And it's evident. Your spirit and your acts and your actions and how you carry yourself bears witness to that, man. You're very base individuals, you know. This is Romans chapter 9. Let's start at verse 11. For the children being not yet born, neither having done any good or evil, that the purpose of the Most High according to election might stand, not on works, but of him that called. And what children is talking about? Jacob and Esau. Okay, we just read about the blessing of Esau in Genesis 25th and 27th chapter. You can read about them being born in Genesis 25th chapter. Okay, but I'll read that again. For the children being not yet born, neither having done any good or evil, so they haven't done anything yet because they weren't on the earth yet, that the purpose of the Most High according to election might stand. Okay, showing that the Most High is setting this thing up. You know. Who he elected? Who is this elect, man? Who he chosen? Israel. Okay, the blessing in scriptures are nothing for no one but the Israelites, man. And this truth right now is only for the elect of the nation of Israel. So there's an even smaller number that the Most High is doing right now. The Israelites, the Israel of the Most High. Okay, 2/3 of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans are going to be put to death here in America, man, and across the planet Earth. And only the elect is going to make it out. The 144,000. The men that's able to learn this song and teach, okay, on the highways and byways, and then the 1/3, the believers and the families and the friends of the prophets and things of that nature, they're going to also be delivered, you know. But everyone else, the rest of our nation is going to have to come back through reincarnation through the loins of the elect, man. Okay, but this truth is only for Israel. That's the election, okay. The Most High elected Israel, okay. Not of works, but of him that called. So it's not of any works that you can do this, man. You know, that you can get a blessing or that you can get delivered. It's not of your works. Now, they do play a part, but it's also about faith. But you also have to be chosen from the foundation of the earth, man. Okay? And Esau was chosen from the foundation of the earth to be the wicked, to rule in the latter days, to show how not to run a kingdom, and then be destroyed, man. That's it. That was his job on the planet earth. It was said unto her, the elder shall serve the younger. That was prophecy. Okay? As is written, Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated. What shall we say then? Is there unrighteousness with the Most High? God forbid. Okay? Is he unrighteous for saying he hated Esau and the nation of Edom? No, it's not unrighteous with him. Why? Because they're set up to carry out a specific job on the planet Earth, man. You know, and whatever it is, man. The scriptures say that in the house there's vessels of honor and vessels of dishonor, man. Esau is a vessel to dishonor and a vessel fitted for destruction. Okay. For he said to Moses, I will have mercy on whom I will have mercy, and I will have compassion on whom I will have compassion. Meaning I'm gonna do what I want to do because I'm Yahweh. Okay. He is. Okay. So then it is not of him that willeth, nor of him that runneth, but the Most High that showeth the mercy. Okay, this thing is all controlled by Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, man. The Most High has this thing on lock. Okay, and Esau is going to soon know it. You Edomites are really going to see that manifest. Okay, real soon once like the Most High really starts making a move in this place. Okay, for the script, verse 17. For the scripture saith unto Pharaoh, even for this same purpose have I raised thee up. Okay, same thing with in the old ancient Egypt. Okay, because this is the new Egypt according to Revelations 11 and 8. Spiritually Sodom and Egypt. Okay, so Esau is the new Pharaoh right now. For the scripture saith unto Pharaoh, even for this same purpose have I raised thee up, that I might show my power in thee, and that my name might be declared throughout the earth. So this is the same thing. There's no new thing under the sun. Okay, the Most High raises up nations. Okay, and he punishes his people for not listening. Okay. But he only does that to raise them up, to show his power, then take them down. Okay? And so the Most High, only thing he did was raise up Esau, to give him all these the technology and understanding that he has. You know, the scripture said they all are wiser than Daniel, so he's doing crazy things on planet Earth right now because it came from Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. Okay? But he's only doing it to show his power, so he can show when he takes his place down, there's nothing you can do. Esau has all these different weapons, man-made weapons, these carnal-ass weapons. They trying to create a space force because they think they're so bad and high and mighty. But they're going to take an L, man. And then Most High is going to send his son back along with the holy host of angels and glorify his men and bless them with spiritual power. And then we're going to steamroll this place, man. Okay? And Most High, he's letting Esau build all this up just so he can tear it down, man. So he can kick down this cracker sand castle, man. You know? So that's all it's for. He's raising him up to show his power in the planet Earth, man. And you elites are gonna get it, man. You're on borrowed time right now, borrowed power. Okay, your time to being taken down is coming to an end, and you're gonna walk into slavery. Okay, those you so-called you Rothschilds, you Rockefellers, you Gettys, DuPonts, all you elite banking families, you know, you're gonna go into slavery. Okay, you're gonna see how it feels to be a slave and being told what to do. You know, every minute. Okay, James. Chapter 5. Actually, you know, let's go to the Apocrypha real quick. Alright. So this is the Apocrypha. You know what? Get tired of seeing you devils walk around, man, free, man. But hey, we know that these things must happen. You know, you have to. The Most High is building a case against you, so you know your actions have to match your judgment. So, you know, that's why the Most High is long suffering. He's allowing these things to happen right now. You know, but he's gonna say no more. That's why Job 14 and 4-5 says, Yah has upon his bounds where he cannot pass. You know, once Most High says enough is enough, then enough is enough, you know. This is Sirach or Ecclesiasticus chapter 10, starting at verse 1. A wise judge will instruct his people, and the government of a prudent man is well ordered. Okay, and Esau's not a wise judge, man. Okay, a wise judge is gonna make sure his people are good. He's gonna take care of them. He's gonna guide them right. Okay, he's gonna push a moral, standard, upright code. Okay. And what's the moral code? What's the boundary? What's the guidelines? The scriptures, man. Okay, and he's going to stress prudence versus what does Esau push? Okay, being just going off basic instinct, you know, being ridiculously rash and giving into your lust, man. You know, that's not prudent. Verse 2: as the judge of the people is himself, so are his officers. Okay, and that's why you see these politicians, these police. The things that they do, and they get caught for doing, that's the same spirit as these elites that are ruling, man. These wicked elites, man. It trickles on down to the lower people. And what manner of the man of the rule of the city is, Such are all that dwell therein. So, hey, homosexuality is running rampant. Bestiality is running rampant. It's legal in at least 11 states. Okay? Homosexuality is all over the place. Child pedophilia is all over the place. Okay? There's no real judgment for that. They just either set you up in a halfway house and you have to register as a sex offender, but you may be in a nicer situation than someone else. Or if you're a Catholic priest, they just transfer you to another area. You know? So, hey, so as what manner of the people, as what manner of the man, and what manner of the man the rule of the city, as such all that dwell therein. So what does that tell you about these elites, man? All these things are happening. They're a bunch of freaks running the earth, man. You know, but they were set up to bring chaos upon the damn earth, man. You know, they were set up for that, man. That was their whole job. All right. Actually, gonna go back to that real quick. Let's grab this. I said that. Revelation chapter 6 verse 4. And there went out another horse that was red, and was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth, that they should kill one another. And there was given unto him a great sword. That's a representative of Esau, man. You know, that word Edom in the Hebrew, either one means red. Okay. He was given power. He was given power to take peace on earth. And who was doing that right now? Esau, the so-called white man. He's taking peace on all the earth, man. He's setting up false flag wars. Okay, he's pushing all this wickedness on the planet Earth. The scriptures say that when since iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold, man. You know, loosely paraphrase. You read that in Matthew the 24th chapter, 12th verse. Okay. He's taking peace away, man, because of all this wickedness and all this warfare. He's the violent man on the planet Earth. Okay? And they should kill one another. And everyone's killing each other right now, man. Everyone's asshole to each other. Okay, everybody is just going crazy, man. People are getting shot for the most minute things, man. They don't even reserve that, man. It's all judging from you how about Shimon Shah. It's like people are going crazy, man, under the control of this devil, man. You know, and there was given unto him a great sword. And what's that great sword, man? Okay, warfare, man. Guns, the killing instruments, man. That's why the scriptures say in the blessing I read in the first verse in the first scripture in Genesis that he was gonna live by the sword, man. So let's talk about the so-called white man, Esau. Okay, so let's go back to that Sirach real quick. All right, he's back in Sirach chapter 10. Verse 3. An unwise king destroyed his people, but through the prudence of them which are in authority, the city shall be inhabited. The power of the earth is in the hand of, this is the point, the power of the earth is in the hand of the Lord, and in due time he will set over it one that is profitable. Okay? The power of the earth is in the hands of Yahweh Bashim Al-Shah, man. No one else. The Most High is controlling all this thing. That's why, even though this devil looks like he's winning right now, he's got all this technology, he's going to do all these things on planet Earth in time of Jacob's trouble. The control is still in Yahweh Bashim Al-Shah's hands, man. So hey, believe in that. Hey, that's why the scriptures say, fear him that can't. If you don't fear him that can't kill, that can only kill the body. Fear him that can kill the body and soul in hell, or destroy the body and soul in hell. Loosely paraphrasing. It's talking about fear the Most High, man, because everything that's going on right now is orchestrated by him and controlled by him. You know, Esau is only doing what the Most High is allowing him to do. And you devil's time is almost up. In due time, the Yahweh is going to be back on controlling everything. Okay, and then King David, then the rest of the 12 apostles, and on down to the rest of 144,000, and so on and so forth to the 1/3. You know, so in due time, that time is coming, man. That time is coming. Your devil's reign is almost over. Okay. All right. So this is James chapter 5, starting verse 1. Go to now, ye rich men, weep and howl, for your miseries that shall come upon you. Okay. Those miseries are about to come on the rich man. Who's the rich man? You elites right now. You top Edomites that are ruling. Your riches are corrupted and your garments are moth-eaten. Okay, you don't have true wealth, man, because the true wealth is the knowledge of Yahweh Bashim Al-Shah. That's the real wisdom in the words of Yahweh Bashim Al-Shah. Okay, that's the real riches, man. You don't have that. You have these things that can be corrupted, they can thieves can steal. You know, all right. You don't have the real riches here. You know, everything is tainted because why? You're blessed with an incorruptible crown right now. The elect of Israel is going to have a slaki. You have a corruptible crown right now. The elect is going to have an incorruptible crown. Okay, your gold and silver is cankered, and the rest of them shall be a witness against you, and shall eat your flesh as it were fire. So the way your epic takedown is going to take place is going to be a witness against how wicked you are. You know, it's gonna prove what type of person you are. Your judgment. You know. You have heaped treasure together for the last days, and all those things that you have, the artifacts, you know, and the things that you have in the Vatican, the things that you have in different libraries, okay, all that hidden information and knowledge, we're gonna get all that back, man. You probably have a lot of history, you know, goodly treasure out of the temples, you know, we're gonna get all that back. You heap that together for the last days, and for the elect to take all that back, it's gonna be a righteous jack move, you know, through the spirit, power, might of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. Behold, the hire of the laborers who have reaped down your fields, which is of you kept back by fraud, crieth, and the cries of them have reaped into the ears of the Lord of Sabaoth, okay, the Lord of armies, okay. So because of the things that you did while you were in rulership, okay, the cries of the hopeful elect and the righteous have entered into the eyes of Yahweh B'Shem, in the ears of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. Man, he's hearing this man cry out. That's why he said that's why we read Isaiah the 62nd chapter. Scripture say we give him no rest, man. Why? Because we're complaining of Esau and his rulership, his devil, and what's going on, man. How the Most High and his son is being disrespected here on the planet Earth. The truth is being disrespected. The Lord's men are being disrespected. The Most High's word is being disrespected. Okay? And the men are crying out, sighing and crying for all the abominations that be done in the midst of it. Okay? And the Most High is hearing these prayers and these cries for help, and these curses that we send up upon this place daily. All right? Turn to the east and repent and ask the Most High to get us out of this situation. He's hearing that, man. And he's on his way back to deliver his men. Okay, verse 5. Ye have lived in pleasure on the earth and been a long time. Ye have nourished your hearts as in the day of slaughter. Okay? So hey man, your time is almost up, man. You know? This devil's about to be taken out. And like I said, you're on borrowed power and borrowed time right now. And the Most High is about to, hey, take that back. You know. So with that, Lord willing, this is edifying for Akim. Again, we'll say, call halal, Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahushua, Ba'Shem, Rakakadash, double honesty, apostle, and elder, great millstone, rule well through the spirit. Blessings to the elect. Shalom.